And again, no hats, unless they're in the star area. And if they are, I'm going to be very, very sad. Let's do this one. Open fields. Well, they aren't kidding. Is there a hat in here? Oh, this is an extreme open field. Really open. Wow, this place is huge. Can I even find the hat here? Wow. Okay, I'm a bit scared. This is massive. I'll tell... Oh, there's a message. Freedom is always the freedom of the dissenter. I'll tell you what. Let's do the other one first. The swapper. Since this one looks a lot smaller, okay, there's the prisoner. I saw a little robot going around. There's a blue laser. No hats. I shouldn't have started building that statue. Now I have to look for hats everywhere. This is the one that damages me. There's a fan. Oh boy, this seems complicated. There is a connector. Red laser. There's a star. Is this on? It is on. Oh, it pushes it closer to the edge here. This gives me an idea. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not a very good idea. I need to connect that... Well, I can just do this. Can I? I can. It's gonna be a tricky one. But again, we'll do that later. There's a connector there, and I can't get to it, so we'll have to connect things over there. There are a bunch of connectors up there, and some windows. Not sure what to do here, actually. Let's see if I have any ideas. Well, these... Aha! That robot is the problem. Keeps interfering with my lasers. Ah, I need a red one here. But I only have one connector. And no hats. No hats. It saddens me. How can I only have one connector though? Well, I guess I'm not sure if this will work. This damn thing keeps moving around. I remember being able to place cubes on top of it, right? Maybe not. Maybe I actually do need this to push it against the wall. Maybe if I place this and place the connector on top of it. Like this. But now I have to remove this. Let's see, the blue. I don't think it matters much. I just connect all of them. The red one will be a problem. Will the lasers... I think the maybe they won't intersect. Maybe. No, they will. Or maybe they'll... let's see. Once you move... Ah! Okay, it's blue. Let's go. Go. Go, 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 go. Now it's red. Will it get blue again? Come on, break it. Okay, it's blue. Now we wait for reds. Aha! This wasn't that bad. Anything? No. Oh hey, is this... That's nothing. Oh, it's kaiju. No hats. No hats. Okay, there are new threads. My ridiculous name is Dog. What's yours? All this time and it really only just occurred to me. My name is ridiculous. Must be because everyone else's is equally or more so. Where do they even come from? For a long time under Elohim's wing I questioned as much, until eventually it was the undoing of my entire faith. What reason could there possibly be other than the random whims of a broken program? However our names were assigned, the system has no respect for grammar. I often theorized they were drawn from some database deep inside the archive, but I was never able to find a connection. Seriously? We're all over in the other thread talking about this messenger fellow in the coming apocalypse, and you guys are in here discussing nomenclature? My status isn't high enough to access that thread, you troll, and neither is yours. Seriously though, if you can see it, copy and paste the discussion for me. Underwater night quests. Sink into this new experience, there are no limits inside your minds. This is a lot of fun. The map is an interesting feature but underused, the story is simplistic and full of anachronisms. 4 out of 10. How to get the second ending. I'm pretty sure there's a secret location that's not always visible. This reminds me of the blacksmith's work, though it expresses a very different philosophy. One could argue that this is reflected in the open world structure, as opposed to the emphasis on journeys in the blacksmith's interactive stories. There are indeed many anachronisms, but I believe that is part of Belial's ethos. Not one that I agree with, as you know, but more than just a mistake. Okay, let's play Underwater Night Quests, a game within a game. Close your eyes. Underwater Night Quest. Credits. An interactive adventure by Belial. Written using the tools kindly provided by admin. Special thanks to Mr. Mulciber. The purpose of facts is to inspire fiction. New game. Your name is Arthur Sadko, and you are a young human of the medieval age. You live in beautiful Gardariki on the Frisian coast. One day you are sitting on the beach playing the piano, when suddenly a huge monster comes out of the water. Confront it. You grab for your sword but realize you don't actually have a sword. Thankfully, what you thought was a huge monster is actually just a large bipedal whale. It beckons you over to talk. Talk to the bipedal whale. Greetings, the beast intones. I am Hetmehit, Chief Fish. I heard your... It's not a fish, it's a mammal. I heard your beautiful music and was impressed. Would you like to become a knight? Sure. Excellent. Then follow me to my palace under the sea, where a mighty quest awaits you. Oh, we have a map. Oh, nice. Norfolk Undersea Palace. Choose thy destination. The Palace of the Chief Fish. Hatmahit's palace is made of corals and gemstones. It floats under the sea, full of amazing colors. The guards are seals. Welcome, welcome, young human. I am glad you came, for we have great need of your skills. A terrible monster terrorizes the deep. The dark serpent gods. Zmei Chernobyl! If we make you a knight, do you promise to defeat this vile beast? Swear that you will. Very well then, I pronounce you Sir Sadko of Norfolk. Go and vanquish your enemy. You may want to prepare first. Let's go to your stats. At present, you carry the following objects. Weapon none, amulet none, shield none, tourist guide none, lantern none. And how can I breathe under the sea actually? Never mind, old hut. The smelly old hut. On a wide sandy plain there lives a hermit called Spatula Podrick Ivanja von Zwiebelhausen, who was once the greatest mage in all of Norfolk, that name, but whose defeat at the claws of Zmei Chernobyl has turned him into a wretched shadow of his former self. He sits in his hut all day, mumbling about the days that once were. In his hands he holds a powerful magical amulet, which he has forgotten how to use. Ask for the amulet. You ask Spatula Podrick Ivanji von Zwiebelhausen for his magical amulet, but he refuses to give it to you. He claims he needs it to defeat his ancient enemy, even though he can't even remember Zmei Chernobyl's name. Tell him to find himself. You tell Spatula Podrick Ivanja von Zwiebelhausen that defeat is no reason to give up. He may not be the great mage he once was or the hero he wanted to be, but that doesn't mean he has to be a wreck. Within each of us exists an infinity of time and space, and therein we can all find peace and contentment. All he needs to do is leave the struggle to others. After some hesitation, the old man gives you the amulet. He seems relieved. Okay, we have an amulet, so let's go to the inn. Emmy's Underwater Inn. Emmy's Inn is a popular travel destination for merpeople seeking to enjoy the restorative properties of the nearby thermal vents. It's a lovely building, 3 stories, classic hypothalasian Norfolk style. Emmy herself is a kindly old woman, slightly round, and an excellent cook. Let's order a meal. You sit down in a large comfy chair by a solid wooden table. You order the special of the day. The waiter leaves and returns after a few minutes with a delicate porcelain plate full of delicious smelling soup. After he sets it down, however, you notice a small problem. "Excuse me, waiter, there's a shield in my soup." The waiter seems shocked. "Oh dear," he says, "oh dearie dear, how terrible, how embarrassing. Allow me to apologize most profusely." He hesitates. "Would you like to keep the shield, or should I throw it away?" "I'll keep it." "Very good, sir and or madam," he says, handing you the shield. He brings you another soup. It's excellent, and you feel profoundly sated. Get a room. You get a room on the 3rd floor. The room is slightly haunted, but otherwise fine. Do you want to have a strange dream? Sure. You dream of an eternal cycle of suffering, which is surprisingly funny. A singing clownfish who can see the future, and the future is the past is the future, the present is suffering. Surrounded by past and future, the clownfish is trapped in a fishbowl. Where the stars never change, there's a cat for some reason, and an infinite void that turns inside out. And you are the clownfish. You wake up with a strange feeling of half remembering something. The memory will soon fade. Oh, a mysterious temple. The mysterious temple. You're not quite sure how you found this place, but you can sense its power. Even though the temple consists of no more than a few columns surrounding a fishbowl, an ancient magic infuses the place. A man dressed in rough robes approaches you. "You have come," he says. "You have come to hear the word of Talos." Oh, kill him or run away. I don't have the option to, Fine, let's kill him. Inexplicably enraged by the old man's words, you attack him. You grab a book of ancient Greek mythology, which you find next to a column, and beat him to death with it, screaming incoherently all the while. You feel better. In fact, you feel a lot better. You also feel very sleepy. Sleep in the old man's bed. On the next morning, you open your eyes with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. You remember the words of the greatest of all sages, the Holy Quantum. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. Your power has grown. Where are my stats? I have a hermit, a shield of soup, and nothing else. We don't have a weapon. Can I go to the palace again? You go back to the palace to ask for advice. If I knew how to defeat Zmeisher Noble, I'd have done it myself, Atmahit grumbles. However, I just found this old tourist guide and I thought you might find it useful. Don't mind the stains. Okay, we need a weapon. Let's go to the Scenic Dungeon. A beautiful dungeon in the traditional Norfolk style. Handcrafted stone walls rise from the seafloor, adorned with exquisite algae. An old brass lantern stands on a table near the entrance, but you're not sure whether you're allowed to take it. Examine lantern. Looking closer, you see a sign that says free lanterns. Take lantern. You take the lantern. Enter the dungeon. You enter the dungeon. The inside is as beautiful as the outside, a maze of twisted little passages, all tastefully arranged. Let's go north. You walk north for a little while, noting the high quality of the interior design. The torches in particular have been placed with utmost care at very precise intervals. The effect is delightful. At the end of a long corridor you come upon a room, in which a butler appears to be waiting for you. His face is made of skin, but underneath you can hear the whirring of machine parts. Greetings, good sir. I'm Samuel the butler. I have awaited your coming since the beginning of time. Prophecy spoke of your battle against the monstrous Zmeisher Noble. Ask about the prophecy. Indeed, the prophecy was discovered on a machine containing texts from the time before this world came into being. Said text prophesied that one day one would come to relieve Norfolk Undersea from its oppressor and make the kingdom his own. I have prepared a sword for you to accomplish this. Take swords. Excellent. I do hope you are successful in your quest. If not, please tell Zmeisher Noble to send the sword back so I can present it to the next chosen one. Will you? Very good. The butler goes somewhere else. Can I go back to the dungeon and explore the rest of it? A large sign has been put up near the entrance, closed for repairs. Okay. Actually, what happens if I try to return to other places, to the old hut? Thankfully, you don't need to go back there. It's really smelly. Even the water looks dirty. What about the inn? I can get another room. And have a strange dream again. Which is the same. Yeah, singing clownfish. We got it. Alright. So I believe we have everything, don't we? Sword of Plug, Smelly Hermit Amulet, Shield of Soup, Halibut Fry's Guide to Norfolk Undersea, and the Brass Lantern. Alright, time to enter the Evil Lair. The Evil Lair of Zmeisher Noble. Are you sure you want to take on the Evil Serpent? Are you prepared? Attack. You confront the serpent god Zmeisher Noble in his lair. The fight is long and hard, but at last you succeed where so many before you have failed. You emerge from the lair covered in blood, your hands trembling, a huge tooth embedded in your shoulder, and carrying the head of Zmeisher Noble. You are victorious. To the palace. You enter the palace, triumphantly holding up your trophy. The guards are clapping. "I can't believe you actually did it," Hatmahit says. "You are a true knight. You deserve a great reward. Let's accept the rewards." "The greatest reward is inspiration. Hear my song and free your imagination." Hatmahit begins to sing. The song is simple, but hauntingly beautiful. You begin to fade. You find yourself on the beach where it all began, near your home in Gardariki, on the Frisian coast, playing the piano with your eyes closed. You feel like you just drifted off to sleep for a while, but now inspiration has struck, and you're composing a hauntingly beautiful piece of music in your head. Some of your friends worry that they'll never leave the village, that they'll never have any adventures, but you don't share that fear. You know that freedom is within you, and you can find whole worlds just sitting there, gazing out at infinity. The end. Congratulations for exploring another world. Your profile status has increased from 4 respected citizen to 5 active contributor. You have received 1 threat creation token. This will be available to you the next time you log in.